Well, boys and girls, we are rich. We've got super duper mega rich owners. We've been floated on the stock exchange, and fingers crossed, we win our next 4 matches to secure another treble and then go and spend all this money. We're surely only a year or 2 away from winning the Champions League, right? Three games to go, 3 points clear. We don't play Celtic. We've just beaten them 3-0. We should have stayed on. Look at that form we were in at the end of the last stream. Oh, God, look at that form. You guarantee we lose our next game now. How many consecutive wins? In the league, that we've won every game since Boxing Day. Every single league game we've played since Boxing Day, we have won. Oh, we're bottling this league, aren't we? We never should have closed the game. Why did you let me end a stream there, you mad men and mad females? Oh! Oh! I forgot about this guy. Right, stick this one in, just there. Come on, Alejandro. He's going to have one in a minute, isn't he? Come on, chaps. Late goal from a hero. We basically win the league with a goal. Celtic don't have a game in hand as such. We're just playing before them this weekend. Oh, God, we're going to concede, aren't we? The wheels are coming. We're not going to win the league because we closed the game. Never let me do that again. For goodness sake, we won so many consecutive games. Oh, my word. What an absurd football match. They can't convince me that it's not a real thing. I mean, where's the confirmation that we'd won 1,000 games in a row going into... I mean, look at it. Absolute nonsense. I remember how excited I was 5 minutes ago. I know. Because I dared to believe that Football Manager wasn't rotten to the core. Well, hopefully Celtic will drop points as well, and then it doesn't matter. I think we've got a better goal difference than Celtic as well. Oh, for goodness sake. So we're now level on points with Celtic. 2 games to go. We do have a much better goal difference. But we've got to beat Rangers now. Rangers could hand Celtic the league. Surely Rangers just roll over and let us tickle their belly in this situation, don't they? Yeah, would you like an 18th goal? If I don't win the league from the situation we were in at the start of this stream, I'm going to write a strongly worded letter to Sports Interactive and then go to bed. So just be aware, boys and girls, this stream could be done before 8 o'clock. Because I'm not accepting that. I'm not accepting it. I refuse to accept it. It's at times like this when it is just absolutely out of my hands and the game just turns on you and there is nothing you can do about it that really make me not want to play. Oh, God. We beat Celtic so comfortably, so easily. We were just absolutely dominant in every game we played. I mean, I may as well just use the button and get to the end of the season because we're obviously just going to lose every game. Because this is nothing I've done other than going to bed on time a few days ago. And there's just... I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. Changing the tactic would be utterly unrealistic because we won 18 games in a row. Just need the penalty of the red card now. I just need Celtic to lose now. Maybe the game's just having its fun with me. There's your posture check. If we do somehow win the league from here still, it will just feel so scripted and artificial now. It'll take all the fun out of it. If we can grab an equaliser and Celtic don't win, because they're drawing at the moment, if we can grab an equaliser, we're actually still top of the league going into the final day. Which would be jolly nice. Right, come on, let's have the equaliser here. Goodness me. But now Celtic will score. See, they've made it so I'm not even enjoying the comeback now. They've spoilt it for me. Right, come on, let's have a late winner. Then I might get giddy. Go on, do a football. Oh, look at this. Hang on. Okay. That was quite... Oh, he's offside. Oh! I imagine Celtic have scored while all this is going on as well. Right, come on. Now let's have the winner. Is never in doubt. That was all a show before what I was doing. I was pretending for effect. I love Football Manager. Go on, let's have a fourth. Will Navarro's come on and change the game? Celtic have scored, have they? I mean, it doesn't matter because as long as we win, we'll still be top of the league, I think. See, it wasn't Navarro who inspired us, it was me. You heard my inspirational speech that I was doing. It fired the boys up. Oh, my word. Are Celtic playing first? How can that be a thing? You can't do that on the last day. They've only drawn as well. Right, we just need to avoid defeat and we win the league. Talk about taking the sting out of the last day. Goodness me. I want to beat them to help Skip out. No, I want Skip to come back. So I want him to get fired at Aberdeen and then he can come back. He's supposed to be our next manager. Samuel Stranak. That's our left back. What business did he have standing just there in that situation? He's the difference maker. I mean, what's he doing? Lovely stuff. Captain as well today. Right, come on, let's have another one. That'll do. Yay, 3 in a row. Never in doubt. And the aliens are in as well to celebrate with us. Lovely stuff. Who was that? Who was that bending over there? Hiding behind the trophy. Going for a treble. I don't think we won the League Cup 2 years ago. So this would just be back-to-back trebles, I think. Where's the trophy? Where somebody has stolen the trophy. Right, let's go and here he is, look. Here he is, Pavel Muller. All 6'8" of him, our Caesar replacement. We start using the button when we start winning the league by 10 or 20 points every year. This was a title race that went to the final day of the season. I don't think there's a need to rush through that. I'm not desperate to finish this save in the next 2 weeks. I'm not planning on starting another one before FM25. So we're playing Rangers again. Did Jesse become any good yet? Oh, no. He's awful. He's never... I mean, that's a little harsh. It's impossible to judge him because he's never actually done anything. There's no way of knowing if he's good or bad. Stone Cold legitimately awful at his job, but I would never sack him. Someone else is going to have to make that decision. That's not for me to do. Oh, what a pass that was. Oh, what a first touch. My word. This would be a double treble if we won, yes. That's a lovely goal. He's deserved a goal today. He's been excellent in midfield. Huzzah! Look at us go. No aliens today, which means the trophy's here. Lovely. We've won a lot of trophies now. There was a lad in my school year named Adam Fell. Well, I hope he's all right. Hugh Moore's going to be ready to play for us next season. That's a funny name. Woohoo! Of all the Hall of Fames I've ever wanted to enter, this one He's the Scottish one. Yeah. I won Manager of the Year. And Wang is delighted about it. Oh, I am really pleasing Wang. Oh, Caesar becomes homegrown in nation this summer, but he's about to leave. But next summer, that's when we get a wave of them become homegrown at club and we never have to worry about squad registration again. But it's another year. Although, these guys have now all been here 2 years, so I don't know if they'll be exempt from registration. I think it depends on when their birthdays are. Look at that. A big pile of trophies as usual. That's what we do. We deliver trophies. That is an interesting choice for signing of the season. I mean, I would have gone for Caesar or Ramos. But no, we've gone for Breda. He did play well in the cup final. Money is up. Hooray! We love money. Wharton sold more shirts than anybody. And everyone got on the Alejandro bandwagon with me, which I like to see. That's the team of the year. Oh, Brendan. Oh, Brendan, you've not even played a game for them. I would very much like to keep Caesar, but he doesn't want to sign a contract without a release clause, and loads of clubs want him. I'll be doing everything I can to try and keep Caesar this summer, but I don't think we're going to be able to. We're going to be selling him on for barely any more than what we paid for him. He'll go down as a footnote in history of us just messing with Celtic to have him for a year. But Fernando's good. Fans Player of the Year, Young Player of the Year, top goal scorer, most assists, most man of the matches. The only thing he didn't get was highest average rating. Fernando is quite good. So, Club Vision, spend. Oh, we've got to spend the original budget one. They want us to spend. Spendy, spendy, spendy. I love spending. What? Why have we moved to Starks Park? We're expanding the stadium again. So we've moved to Starks Park, but not all of next season, surely. What are we doing? Oh, we're doing a big boy increase. This is bigger than the one we already had agreed. So another 8,000 seats going in. We'll get it back in March. But in the meantime, we have to play in a pathetically small ground again. Does that mean we've taken on a loan to do that? We just got debt 3, and now we've taken out another loan. Oh, hold on. Only for £1 million, though. Why have we taken out a £1 million loan when we've got 24 million in the bank? That seems unnecessary. Wang's just trying to build the credit score, isn't he? Take out a small one, make all the payments, and you can get a big one. And now we've cleared our debts again. So we took out £1 million loan for a couple of days. I feel like Wang's going to prison at some point. Because there definitely seems to be some shenanigans going on here. Kev's the best at everything. Absolutely he is. And then we've got this guy as well, who's more of a midfielder than a defender. And will become homegrown at club. That's handy. Yeah. And then we've got this guy, who I don't really know what the plan was for him. He doesn't fit into any of the positions we use. He's 6'4". That's probably what the thinking was. So I guess we turn him into defensive midfielder. It's not that he's even unhappy. He's not unhappy. He's just had his head turned because these are the clubs that are interested in him. Why would he stay at East Fife? It's interesting that even Man City are looking to generate funds as they currently lack the financial power. I mean, maybe we might be able to keep him. We've got 3 signings already done. We've not got much money left. We're really waiting to see who leaves. It's difficult to know what the plan is until we know if Caesar's going. There you go. Gomez has gone. Another piece of excellent business from us. But see, you have something like that happen and now we've got to try and persuade him to stay because he wants to go to Wolves, who've just been promoted to the Premier League. Apparently, as soon as a Premier League club comes in, that's a head turn. He's got a release clause as well, has he? Oh, crumbs. What's it going to take to keep you here? There's nothing you can offer that would change my mind. You have a release clause. If Wolves want you enough, they'll activate it. There we go. Probably going to need defenders if we've got 2 of them leaving. Like, we have already signed 2. And with Ibrahimovic, we've already brought Volkov in. So Ibrahimovic was probably going to be playing midfield anyway. And we've signed him who can cover there. So it's not actually a huge problem. Right. Let's have a look through the squad. So this is fine. It's not ideal that he's not homegrown. I don't think it'll matter if the other guys don't need to be registered anymore. At left back, obviously Stranak's the starter. Apparently his roll ability is only 2 out of 5 for a left back, but we've all seen him play there and be brilliant. Caesar's probably gone. Muller can obviously... Edson, I think we probably need to get rid of. Because he's now not going to become a homegrown at club either. Because we loaned him out, so we may as well just sell him. I don't want to lower his value too far, but there's no point keeping Edson around now if he's not going to be homegrown. It's difficult to let any defenders go when we know that 2 of them might be leaving. But the fact that Romero's still here, goodness me, he's another one who, now he can't be homegrown. There's no point in him being here. So, transfer list. And then at right back, I think Lin probably goes, doesn't he? We've got Volkov. But the thing is then, if Ibrahimovic is going to go, we kind of need Lin to stick around. Although I guess he can play there. In fact, he is just a new version of Ibrahimovic, isn't he? So I think we offer Lin out. There you go. 12.5 million for Lin works. And this is where I think we need to strengthen. If Ibrahimovic goes, Stranak's left back. Ibrahimovic is right back and probably leaving. Romero's going. He's a centre back. That isn't that inspiring. So I think that's where we need to strengthen. I think we're probably all right with the players we've got further forward. We've maybe got too many attacking midfielders. I think Devontae Smith probably isn't going to make it, even though he's homegrown at club. Homegrown in nation, sorry. I just don't think he's ever going to be good enough. When does he come back from his loan? Can I have one of these, please? I mean, that would probably be the end of Diaz if we got him. Which would be a shame. But he wasn't exactly spectacular in his first season, was he? Ibrahimovic endorsing the move, even though Ibrahimovic wants to leave. Oh, God. Surely Sunderland is not... Okay, it's not Sunderland that's turning his head. He wants the big Saudi Arabia money. Right, if they give us 27 million, Fernando goes. At the moment, we're keeping everybody happy because we're agreeing fees. Either the fees get paid or we keep the players. Either way, there you go. So Ibrahimovic is going, I think. Oh, no. They didn't offer the money. Silly gooses. Should have offered the money, shouldn't they? I'm not going to sell him unless they do the release clause. Interesting that Breda doesn't want to force for a move to Wolves, but Ibrahimovic did. Right, so the new striker's in. That our Sven da Silva. Have we just done the Sven da Silva signing? Because that feels like a Sven da Silva moment, bringing this guy in. That feels like a guy who's going to get 50 goals for us. Well, encouragingly, so far, no one's met any of our super high prices. I imagine they're waiting till later in the window. But we're not desperate to sell. We're getting this guy as well if he gets his work permit, who's already a wonder kid. So although we're scared of losing our best players, we're quietly signing some superstars this summer. That's him in. Oh, Lippy's in. Which is a nice upgrade in here. That might keep Caesar at the club. That could be huge. But I don't think he's going to be injured quite long enough. So we've got 16 million. We want another superstar youngster. Right, Vidosevic is another tricky one because I look at that offer and think, goodness me, that's a lot of money. That's 33 million in total. Have we already promised him we can go? He might kick off about this because I think we agreed a lower amount. But if Fernando goes, I want to keep Vidosevic. How much have we promised him he can go for? 29.5 million. See, this is an annoying FM thing. Because that is not a £29.5 million offer. Because it's all to do with league appearances and international appearances and sell-on. Potential value in excess of 33 million. Yeah, I'm sure it is. But the actual offer, the guaranteed money is 23.5 million. So I should be able to turn that down. I think we let him go to Rangers. Because then he'll keep becoming homegrown in Scotland. And then if he does become good, I'm letting him go to Rangers. I steal all the players from the Dream 11. I mean, I can, but there's no reason to. They're not as good as the ones that we've got. The only ones we don't really have, there's this guy who, I mean, we could go and take another really good young centre-back from them again. Am I going to do it again? Oh, Celtic, why do you leave yourselves open to this? How is he only 21 with that amount of history? And he doesn't have a release clause, so it's a bit harder to do this time. This is how I have my fun now, just bullying Celtic every summer, taking their new defender off of them. Of course, if Caesar stays, this is quite problematic, because we then got 3 left-sided centre-backs who we're all expecting to start. There we go. So we're messing with Celtic and strengthening Rangers. There is no element of favouritism here. It is purely because Celtic are still competition and Rangers aren't. But I'd like to see him go and get 20 goals this season and then come back a star. He'll still end up homegrown in Scotland. That would be ideal. Is this our first team squad, by the way? That feels quite large. It's a 30-man first team squad. I feel like I probably still need to sell some players here. In terms of development of young players, I've been told not to include them in the first team if they're not going to play, as they miss out on training if they're in the team squad. But loan deals don't suit. I think you're overcomplicating Football Manager. It's not that complicated. Just let them go where they go. Don't worry about it. I wouldn't ever focus too much on trying to specifically develop one player. The cream rises to the top. You can see all these young players that we've got. I'm not deliberately trying to develop any of them. The best ones will get football and will get good. The rest we won't worry about because we've got so many, so it doesn't really matter. I am not... Football Manager is a really easy game. It's too easy as is. I already win all the time because I'm great and handsome. If I really tried to maximize everything, it would be inevitable that we just won all the time, and I don't want to just win all the time. Right, who should we get rid of? So Diaz, obviously, he's not going to be part of the team this year, but I'm going to keep him there so I remember he exists. I think Brady's got to go. Edson will be leaving, so that gets down to 28. We need to get down to 25. And with that guy from Celtic coming, I think he needs to leave. I don't think he's good enough. He's another left-sided centre-back, of which we have plenty. Who the hell is this guy? Oh, the guy from Celtic. Okay. Just messing with Celtic once again. Doopy 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 doo. Right, we now have too many centre-backs. We kind of need to sell Caesar. Or we're going to have to sell LOLLUJO, which I don't want to do. We've brought in 2 players on the basis that we're expecting Caesar to leave. And he hasn't left yet. Right, that's Wharton gone at a loss, but that's the first transfer loss we've ever made, I think. It's what we get for signing a 29-year-old Scottish player. Rangers scoring goals. Well, well, well. On his debut. That's exactly what we want from him this year. We want him scoring goals for fun at Rangers. And then he can come back next year and do it for us. Yay! Fernando's happy to stay. Contract time. That's not going to happen. If I've agreed to that by mistake by clicking the wrong button, that's coming out. Yoink. Oh, here's the offer for Caesar from Schalke. Of all the places he could have gone, I could understand if he went to Man City or Liverpool. Maybe more offers will come in now. But walking out on us in the Champions League to go and play for Schalke, who aren't even in Europe, seems bizarre. I mean, we've replaced him now. It's not the end of the world. But would just be a very strange thing for him to do. Maybe he just can't stand Scotland. He's surrounded by other Brazilians and he's been here 3 years. Right, Vidosevic is now happy to stay as well. I mean, I'm not throwing a new contract at him. Who's that who's in for him now? Oh, Chelsea. There you go, we go to Chelsea. That makes more sense. Caesar was dropped there because he played for the under-21s the day before, so he wouldn't have full fitness. Wouldn't it be more realistic if teams played better when there was a suitable mix of youth and experience? It's just one of those things that FM doesn't seem to be able to cope with. When you come back, be normal. As mentioned, this isn't a stream for kids. Be normal. Alejandro! Presumably Diaz can't play for Rangers today. I didn't actually notice if he was in the team or not. There you go, the former Celtic man. Obviously, it'll take him a little bit of time to become any good because he doesn't speak English yet. But Alejandro started scoring, so it doesn't matter. It means Zivkovic has got more time than Diaz got before him. Or Machinaka. But Alejandro's arrived. Walter transfer saga. I'm not enjoying those words. He doesn't have a release clause anymore. Oh, wow. Okay. I mean, that's not a terrible deal, actually. Although we are losing Caesar as well, but we've got so many left-sided centre-backs. We don't really need to keep him. But they're going to have to give us a lot more money than that. But they are Paris Saint-Germain, so they should be able to give us a lot more money. There you go. If they give us 30 million, he can go. Glad I signed the defender off for Celtic now. So with Caesar and Carlos both leaving, we've got Aziz and Muller and LOLLUJO. We should probably keep Gutierrez now. We might need one more centre-back. There's not a lot of super-duper talents out there. Centre-back. We might just have to make do with what we've got. I mean, as a fourth choice, it's a little gamble that doesn't matter if it goes wrong, potentially. If nothing else, we'll sell this guy on at a profit next year. But he might turn into a hero and become homegrown at club. Who is this kid? 18-year-old Brazilian with 5-star potential? Who's got an 8? Okay, let's get involved in this. We don't need him, but seems rude not to be involved. And Caesar's gone to Celtic. On crazy money. Oh my word, now Chelsea are in for Carlos as well. That's mad if they decide to have a former East Fife centre-back partnership. I mean, that value is up to 40 million. Can we have 30 million up front? Because that's what Paris Saint-Germain are doing. That is an insane offer. I mean, that's not too bad for a little cheap little signing, fourth choice jobby. Don't mind that at all. Shoot. There we go. I'd still be competing with the football earlier in the day. I imagine I'll be streaming less while the Euros is on. We'll see how views are in the first couple of streams during the Euros, but there's a very good chance I'll be streaming, certainly on the FM stuff, streaming a lot less because I imagine views are going to nosedive. Now, I realise a lot of people will watch both. So at the moment, I only plan on cancelling streams during England matches. But like I say, we'll make a judgment based on view numbers. I'm not going to sit here and view and stream to like 100 people. That's not really worth my time. I may as well not stream. I could do something more constructive with that time. And it's the Euros. It's on domestic telly. You don't need a TV package to watch the Euros. Right, do we want this guy? I'm not sure we do. But I guess he'd become homegrown at club, so it probably wouldn't hurt. Right, so Chelsea have signed both of our starting centre-backs from last year for a combined £60 million. And I'm very confused about the whole affair. That is very odd. That one makes less sense than Caesar to me. We've got all this money and we don't need to spend it on anyone. The board said to spend the original budget, not to spend the whole budget. So they're very pleased because I have spent the original budget. The original budget was like 30 something. Original budget was 10 million and I've spent 44 million. So I've spent the original budget. It's not my fault. Chelsea have lost their minds. We're going to experiment with doing the inverted wing back with the ordinary wing back and no one dropping in. It might not work, but we have got Ibrahimovic who could do it. There's the other youngster who's just come in who could do it. So we could shuffle things around if we need to. That being said, Livingston are up at third in the league at the moment. Oh my word. He just kicked that ball, burst when he kicked it, surely. That was the hardest anyone's ever kicked a football in history. He took that guy's hands off. I'm a little bit alarmed we're only 1-0 up. It would be nice to get a second goal, please and thank you. Aziz is very comfortable on the ball. I like that a lot. Oh, Fernando. Fernando. Oh, we don't know why. It just is. Look at the size of him. Give it to Muller. Just let him hit it hard. Or slot it in for the new striker to get his first goal. What's Fernando's value? Around about 20 million. But then Carlos, who we've just sold for 45, his value was showing at like 12, so it's impossible to say, really. Oh, Muller with the flick on. Oh, he's going to be a nightmare from situations like that. Oh, that was great. I feel like I'm going to enjoy him winning flick-ons and headers and various things and bits and bobs. It's going to be delightful. I wonder if Brendan's still stealing a living. Probably. Right, boys and girls, I think we're going to wrap the stream up there because we've got a little bit of window to finish and Celtic to play, and I think they're both a good way to start Tuesday's stream. So next stream will be Tuesday. There you go. We're going to get Bruno. Next stream's going to be Tuesday. I will be doing a Lego stream tomorrow over on YouTube, but streaming again on Tuesday and then Thursday for this week. But for now, let's find somebody to raid.